Now, we're not saying she's a gold digger, but for the president and his first lady, there's a lot more going on than meets the public eye. Here are the strangest things we've uncovered about Donald and Melania's marriage. They never fight. Even the most perfect couple will eventually get into a fight, but Melania says,
"We don't have fights.
I know, but you don't disagree on things?
We disagree, but that's okay. That's very good in the relationship."
Donald echoed that claim, telling Larry King,
"We literally have never had an argument or, forget about the word fight, we never even had an argument. We just are very compatible. We get along."
Considering Donald's long history of public feuds, particularly with his two ex-wives, this bold claim seems all the more dubious. White House adjacent. Thanks to Melania's delayed move to D.C., according to the police commissioner, it cost between $127,000 and $146,000 a day for the NYPD to protect Melania and her son Barron, which resulted in a total cost of $24 million between Election Day and Inauguration Day alone. Public outcry over the exorbitant expense prompted a Change.org petition demanding FLOTUS either move to the White House or foot her own security bill. Melania and Barron officially moved to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in June 2017. Separate beds. Us Weekly reports that multiple sources claim Melania refuses to share a bed with Donald, even on the rare occasions when they sleep in the same city. One insider described the practice as being very royal of them, to put a positive spin on the speculation. Standing by. It's clear that Melania is willing to stand up for her husband, but in the case of People reporter Natasha Stoyanov's accusations of sexual assault against Donald, Melania's defense left some questions unanswered. Stoyanov alleged that in 2005 she was interviewing the Trumps when a then-pregnant Melania left her alone with Donald. Stoyanov said, "Within seconds he was pushing me against the wall and forcing his tongue down my throat." According to Vanity Fair, Melania's public response via a letter from her lawyer posted on Twitter explicitly focused on and denied Stoyanov's claims that she bumped into Melania a few months later. Melania's non-response about the assault speaks volumes about how she handles her husband's messes. Multiple personalities. Former Mar-a-Lago butler Anthony Senecal inadvertently gave us a peek behind the Trump marriage when he tried to pay a compliment to Melania. Senecal told the Washington Post that Melania could be personable in ways the public rarely sees. He then shared an anecdote about how she urged him to take time off to visit his dying sister, but added, "When Donald's here, you'll have to stay," describing her personality as warm but restrained. If Senecal's story is true, Melania may be stifling her true personality to appease Donald. She married her dad. According to a GQ profile, which boldly dug up dirt on Melania's dad, Victor, he's only 5 years older than Donald and actually bears a fairly strong visual resemblance to him. Melania said of her dad, "He likes quality. He wears sharp suits and had an extensive collection of Mercedes." Victor also made his own way to achieve wealth within communist Slovenia. As for the paternal comparison, Melania is characteristically flattering. They're both hardworking, they're both very smart and very capable. They grew up in totally different environments, but they have the same values, they have the same tradition. I myself am similar to my husband. Do you understand what I mean? So is my dad. He is a family man. He has tradition. He was hardworking. So is my husband. Most trusted advisor. In an interview with GQ, Melania said no one will know her political views because, quote, "That's between me and my husband." But according to a May 2017 story from Politico, sources say she's taken on the role of private watchdog, actively scanning cable news and other outlets in order to keep her husband updated on how he's being perceived by the public. The First Lady has also reportedly grown concerned about the constant leaks allegedly coming from White House staffers, leading some to believe she's instrumental in managing the president's inner circle. Longtime Trump aide Roger Stone told Politico, "She has excellent instincts into who is trying to exploit their influence with him." Tabloid pass. When Donald threw his hat into the ring for the presidency, the supermarket checkout was noticeably quiet about his marriage. According to Politico, this may have a lot to do with Donald's close relationship to AMI owner David Pecker, the man whose media empire owns the National Enquirer, the Globe, Radar Online, and the National Examiner. Throughout the 2016 presidential campaign, AMI's publications were highly critical of Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton and her husband Bill, while championing Trump and leaving Melania out of it altogether. But this was pure coincidence, according to Pecker, who told the New York Post, "The pro-Trump and anti-Hillary covers have seen newsstand sales pop 23%. That is the only poll data that I care about." Awkward appearances. We're already familiar with the pair's strangely stiff appearance during the inauguration festivities, but it seems President Trump just can't help being awkward around his wife on the world stage. While standing directly next to his wife at a press conference in Fort Myers, Florida following Hurricane Irma, Trump said,
"Well, I just want to thank everybody. Melania really wanted to be with us. It's really touched her heart what's gone on, and we've seen the devastation."
According to The Sun, Trump's attackers quickly jumped in, saying he wasn't even aware that his wife was standing right beside him, while his defenders claimed he was just saying that she felt strongly about making the trip with him. He's just awkward with words. Hopefully for Donald, that was the case. Otherwise, he'd be in for a long, silent Air Force One flight back to the White House. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.